Welcome back to the second channel. Yeah, I'm still here. Contrary to popular belief, I'm still going, still doing the same old shit. So, yeah. Now, I'm sorry I've been gone for 3 months, but I said this in the last video I did, where I did the tier list of all my videos, and I've sort of realised how arrogant this whole channel is, because basically all I do is just talk about the stuff that I've done on this channel, like rank my own videos, rank my own songs, do lyric breakdowns of my own shit, and react to my own videos. Like, it's like this weird inception of like just arrogance, isn't it? Which I've kind of realised that, but it's kind of that's what this is. This is like the behind the scenes. You get the nitty and gritty, and yeah, it's been busy past few months. I didn't really know what direction to take this channel in because I feel like because I've left school, this was a very like meta channel in the sense of like I sort of made these videos just for my friends, but now it's sort of like all on our own journeys, own worlds. You know what I mean? So it's like there's no real point doing it, but I'm gonna keep it going anyway. And I did a series, or I used to do a thing where I'd react to old videos and see how they held up. Videos that maybe at the time were quite good, but then you kind of cringe at them because it's, how things change and stuff. And today I'm going to be watching the first two parts of Chad vs Bulgaria. Now, if you don't remember this, it's 3 years old now, which is quite mental to be honest. Like it doesn't feel like 3 years, but then I actually looked at the dates and I was like, yeah, 2021 was 3 years ago. It just shows how quick the world is going, really. And this was my attempt at a film or a series or something. It was like it's kind of in that era where I had like a cinematic universe going on in the video. It's like it kind of started when I introduced Jordan, the editor, and made him a character, and then I brought in new characters, and then came to a point where it was like a series. And I remember these parts took so much to make. I put like 6, 7 hours into each one. So this whole thing probably took multiple days, like in actual hours I was working on it, putting them together, and you'll see that, right? Now, I just want to kind of keep in mind that I'm on like a film course, like a media course now, right? So this was like my first entry into the world of filmmaking, and now I'm on a course I'm actually meant to do this shit. So this was the taster that was like, oh yeah, this is what I should do. I watched this, and I thought, oh, this would be my career. So we're going to watch the first two parts today, and then we're going to do a second part. We watched the third and fourth one because there was four of them in total. That means I can milk two videos out of this shit. So let's watch it, shall we? BBC intro.
Hello, I'm Angela from BBC News.
I forgot about this. Basically, I used to get my sister to do bits in videos, and I realised, okay, I need like a news reporter to set the scene. So I just get her to be some woman, and we brought back the Angela character a few times. Like this wasn't her only appearance this series.
Your top story. Chad has been faced with an attack from Bulgarian leader General Piwith, with hundreds of casualties, including Chad Dad, leader of Chad, his
Fucking Chad there. Um, you're noticing like the title text here. There's some pretty questionable editing already. Um, the footage is from like one of those really like low budget like films. You know, like those really hilarious ones from like these quite poor countries that you see sometimes. It's like one of them. But what I'm quickly realizing about this is that I know nothing about war in this. Like, did I have to bring in like real countries like Bulgaria and Chad? Like, the whole thing feels a bit like colonization, like era. You know what I mean? So I was gonna do it. I could have at least made it the British or the French that Pyrrhus was fighting for. I don't really know why it was Bulgaria. I think I just needed a kind of funny country that it could be. And Chad made sense because Chad was like the basis country, but Bulgaria was just a bit random. It's like why is person Bulgarian? Why none of it makes sense.
son, Chad Boy, has stepped up to continue the mantle. He described his father's death as, "It's outrageous, it was unfair."
How can you do this? This is outrageous. It's unfair.
What
You know when like you explain the joke, like what you're quoting. There's a few Star Wars quotes in this, from what I remember. And yeah, I mean, I guess it's not really that cool Star Wars anymore since the Acolyte, and everyone hates it because no one hates Star Wars like Star Wars fans now.
Bulgaria did was daft, immature, and juvenile.
Oh,
Be
there
on
it
its
is.
way to becoming a Bulgarian colony. We cut to Chad Boy to talk about how he'll prevent it.
Chad boy here.
Okay, I need to explain a few things. So I got a green screen for the second part, and it was the first ever video that I used a green screen. So part one doesn't have a green screen, so that's why you've got this really atrocious effect where it's like, come on, mate, like we know you're not in the desert.
Giving a message to the world. We will fight on the desert. We will have ability. Could we have a spirit and a hope?
You start off going like, "We will fight on the desert." At least parody the Winston Churchill speech. At least do that. Don't go half-ass of it. And like start the Winston Churchill speech and then do your bloody own speech. What's that about?
We may be the underdog, but we will fight. We need loyalty, strong people. We need abilities, power. We must fight as a nation. My Chadians behind me.
I'm gonna embrace the question. This isn't racist, is it? Like the voice is obviously not trying to do a stereotype, and I knew that like it'd be really like questionable if I'm doing like a really bad African accent. I'm terrible with accents anyway, so even if I tried to do a racial stereotype accent, it still wouldn't sound like it. But I had to give Chabo a voice, so he just sounds very like he's got a cold, to be honest, in this. Yeah. I feel like I maybe should have casted other people in this. I'm not playing the fucking African character. Like that's got to be like cultural appropriation or something, right? I didn't really think that through, did I? Maybe why I shouldn't have made it. I should have made it Scotland. I could have worn like a kilt or something. That would have been cool.
The death of my father was a tragedy. It was outrageous. He went too soon. But now, we must be stronger and fight in the desert.
Oh my god. It's like a little. Because I remember, like, I didn't have any storage on my phone back in the day, so I could fucking screen record, like, that fucking iMovie video, and then, oh god, this is bringing flashbacks to a simpler time, frankly. Well, no, a worse time. I'll put that out there, but, yeah. God, I'm very fat here. I forget, like, because this was before I starved myself.
Chad, a legendary country on every level. Through the depths and despair of landlocked poverty, the Chadian fighters work hard every day. They have to be stronger to find their way to let the way.
I did like my bare amount of research when it came to Chad. Like, oh, Chad's a landlocked country. It's one of the poorest countries in the world. That's all the basis that I needed for the storyline.
Leave them. They are strong.
The text of the screen isn't funny. I'm glad I don't do that gimmick anymore, or rarely. Like it just, it's not funny.
Fighters, they put everything on the line time after time just to get beaten down by more powerful countries like the French or the Bulgarians. This is why I love Chad. Now, of course, every country has a great story of how it was founded, whether you've got William the Conqueror or George Washington and the Founding Fathers. But Chad has an interesting start.
Oh no, I forgot about this bit.
Once upon a time, there's a roadman called Chad. He was a bit of an interesting individual. And one day he was talking rubbish, a bit like what we were talking to in The Lion King, to this elderly woman called Nanny Wise. Despite the 50-year age gap, they hit it off. Boom, boom, having a blast. Those were the best days of their life. And they had a son. He was a little questionable, to say the least. He had extreme political views. But then they had their grandson. Don't ask why they called him.
Oh, I could go all day about Simon's views, God.
But they called him Reese, Simon William Wisner. Now,
So Reese is apparently according to this storyline. Now, if I wasn't cancelled for the Chad boy character, I've definitely been cancelled for this bit. Sadly, this hasn't aged very well, this whole scene. But what I'm insinuating here, right, is that I've got like the timeline, but what I'm insinuating is that Bruce's grandfather was an African man, which I don't want to state the obvious here, but that is quite a funny vision, which I didn't intentionally do. The fact that Simon is half African in this weird law is quite a funny thing.
You didn't need to repeat Reese twice. Maybe they thought, the people who were deaf would have missed it the first time, I don't know. But he was a bit interesting. And it turns out that all Chadians only eat 7 things, as seen by Reese's diet. So Chad's
Okay, that's got to be racist. People from Chad only eat 7 things.
origins was amazing. But now it's time for the top 5 reasons why Chad's a legislator. Lewis, come with me. I need you. Chad boy, haven't been you here, but
Oh God. Okay, and another takeaway, and I really need to. I just wouldn't make this now. If I made this now, like there'd be so many things that I would have done over. Like, for example, the audio, right? Because I didn't have a microphone. It was a phone camera until Christmas 2021 when I got the proper stand thing that I use for all of the videos, right? So until then, it was like the worst audio, and especially when I had like 2 overlapping audio bits here. It's just I did this bit a lot, the split screen, 2 characters interacting, but it kind of doesn't work because the audio is so bad.
But what the bloody hell are you here? Have you seen the news? We're in the middle of a crisis. All we're going to do is recommend him. Just outline the top 5 reasons Chad's a legendary country that you know. If anyone's going to talk about Chad, it's me, the leader. Now move along. I have a battalion waiting for you. Are you sure you can trust it's such a massive...
So another thing was that my friends, when they watched this, they didn't really get the storyline, which I kind of understand that now because you can't really understand what they're saying. So the storyline is right so far. Lewis has attacked Chad. He's killed Chad Dad, and now Chad Boy is the leader of Chad, right? And he's come for help. And who has he come for? Lewis Brains from Yatton for some reason. I don't know why he's done that. And so he's made me the chief commander of a battalion somewhere in Chad, and Chad Boy's staying in the UK to talk on his Chad
responsibility. I don't know what to do. Look, you're the best shot we have. I will finish the video for you. Let me tell you the truth about Chad.
Okay, is is this outfit fine? I think it's fine because I could just frame it as I'm just doing it a king. I'm not like because the costume's so bad. I think I've got away with it. Yeah.
None of this propaganda. Chad is the greatest country of all time. I will sit here and I will tell you the positives and the negatives. Chad, let's start with the positives.
That was so obvious voiceover with the positive and negative there. I was like, shit, I forgot a line. I need to over. I could have just shot the scene again.
There isn't any. There's none. Absolutely nothing. But let me tell you the negatives. We are a landlocked country, which means limited water sources and supply. Number 2, we have high temperatures of scorching, piercing heats.
Oh, what could be a negative? It's hot. Wow. Well done, Lewis.
Number 3,
Rip Ginger. That's quite funny, actually.
we are one of the poorest countries in the world. We have nothing. We have nothing.
I feel like this monologue is basically doing the same thing that the speech that I did earlier on in the video. So either you just cut like my speech and just do like a bit where it's just me enjoying my normal life, and then Chad Boy shows up and then he does the speech. But you don't need both.
Or we've done nothing memorable in either mode role.
Or
As
ever.
Chadians,
Sorry, Chad.
we are nothing. Absolutely nothing. And we will never be something. But constantly, we get attacked. Pushing these Bulgarians will wipe us out. Lewis is our last hope. That's the truth. Chadians are a failure.
Hashtag give Chad love. That didn't really take off, did it?
Reginald.
That was a good edit. Did you see that run? Okay, so story here, right? Jordan, and I remember this. Editor Jordan, he was like a consistent character on the channel, right? And he always wore glasses, a shirt, and he had a hat. I couldn't find his hat anywhere. So in this Travis Bulgaria, he doesn't wear a hat, which is really annoying because that was one of the sample free elements of his costume.
We made it. Bloody hell, that was a journey. Lost me out and everything. I'm not gonna let them take you. That poor guy is mental, man. I came here to escape everything. I'm just some editor from Bristol. I'm not a fighter. What are we gonna do, Reginald?
He's not really Bristolian, is he? If you wanted to play into him in Bristol, you could all right, Reginald, I'm doing fine, all right. Like that should have been been his voice. That would have been funny, actually. Than whatever deep voice I gave Jordan.
We're trapped in a country, and now the entire country's hunting after us. I've got this, and I don't think you're gonna like it, Reginald. We're going
I didn't even know what you said. So I think the story is Jordan finds out that Chad is under attack and he's gonna help. I don't
I
remember.
know, but it will keep you safe. You have to tell Lewis the news.
And that was part one. That was a very confusing, not very well put together video. I always thought that part one was the worst one though. It kind of gets better as it goes along because the technology gets a bit better. Not much better, granted, but right, so far we have claims of me being racist. We've got me doing jokes that are really outdated now, and me accusing Bruce Widener of being a quarter African, which is again, I'm not even gonna state the obvious there. So that was part one. Are you excited? Like, you know, we watched Infinity War and you couldn't wait for the next one. I think people are dreading the next one. But part two, we haven't even met the main bad guy yet. I think we meet Pyrrhus in the next one. Like, this one's gonna be better.
Hello, I'm Angela from BBC News for your top story. After a terrible defeat from Bulgaria, new Chad leader Chad Boy has recruited 4 new generals. Most notably here, YouTuber Lewis Epic Content, mature and honest. Despite Chad's rebuild, Bulgarian leader General Pyrrhus is massively confident the second attack will make the same impact and they'll do it with ease. However, there's a certain pumpkin he needs first. We cut to Pyrrhus to talk about the war so far.
Oh, yeah, so it's a classic MacGuffin story. Pyrrhus wants Reginald because he's got power that isn't really explained, and that's how he's going to get his ultimate victory. Although he seems to be doing all right, to be honest. Like, he's already pretty much destroyed Chad as it is, but he wants more power. That's going to be the undoing of the bad guy. The power goes to his head.
In the upcoming second attack.
Pyrrhus, leader of Bulgaria. We have truly been stronger and found our way. We have taken down those Chadians with ease. We've ripped the souls out of them. We've torn them to pieces. Mass destruction. The king of genocide is what they would call me.
I'm really fat. Just watching this back.
It doesn't matter how many generals these Chadians have. All that matters is I have better. I have stronger fighters who will destroy every aspect of these Chadian hopes, crush their dreams. And once we've defeated Chad, it will be the end of the Lewis Epic Content maturing on it to become Lewis Epic Content maturing on it.
Imagine the world where Pyrrhus does win this series and this is the character you get in every single video. I would have lost all my subs overnight.
You worry, Angela. You'll be talking about my channel soon. Goodbye. And to the Chadians, be scared and be strong. Reginald!
That's like 4 Be Stronger jokes in 2 videos.
My cheeseburger!
That's an outdated joke.
I'm not gonna let anyone get you.
Okay, Jordan used to be funny. Like when I bring in the Jordan character, the whole stick is that he's an editor, he's down on his luck, and he's working with me because he doesn't really have anything else to do. He hates my channel, he takes the piss out of everything. Now he's just like that's about a toy pumpkin, and like I feel like working with me and the insanity of editing my videos has really got to this guy, and I feel like he needs some sort of therapy because this just isn't right.
All the way from Bulgaria to keep you safe. Shut up, man. Anyway, why the bloody hell are you here? I think a better question is why are you here? Why are you here? Why are you here? Fine. Look, man, I've had a bit of a change of heart, alright? I went to Bulgaria to get away from you because you banned.
Oh yeah, when I first got the green screen, right, it wasn't. I eventually got my dad to just staple it up in my bedroom, but before that, we taped it so you can see the bloody masking tape at the top there, and it doesn't cover the whole screen, which is kind of a key element of a green screen, is that it kind of covers it. I digest.
And all that, but I'd much rather hang out with the annoying Lewis than Lewis Genocide or Look, I guess we're on the same side now. I guess anything's progression. You must go to Yassen. It is extremely guarded, that's where we keep our supplies. You'll be safe there. And I'll make a video. So you're my editor again? Only if I get paid. Yay, poggers!
Oh God,
Right, you lot, Jordan here. Bloody hell, it's been on
you
a
can't
journey.
even see my
I've been from
face.
Bulgaria to Chad in 2 days. The things I've done for Reginald. Reginald.
Okay, what's Jordan's stake in this though? Just that he's gonna edit a video for me because to be safe. I think that's the story actually. That he wanted to get Reginald safe and Yatton away from Chad, so he agreed to edit a video. It's actually somehow ends up back with me by the end of it, so.
But I'm here to talk about Bulgaria, a catastrophically abysmal country on every level.
Okay, I get it. The first part, there's a speech about how great Chad was, except it wasn't really about how great it was just how in desperate need it was about. This is like how awful Bulgaria is, which I can tell you I don't know anything about Bulgaria really, apart from they were quite racist, weren't they, in the football. That's generally the only facts I can say about Bulgaria. It's quite a rough country, I think.
May be one of the oldest, but they are a failure. They are a country who promote evil, who strike in pure racism and abuse. They were useless. They think they're top of the world, but they lost both world wars, you see. And I'm here. I don't like Lewis, but anything to be against Bulgaria. Their leader is more mental than Emperor Palpatine.
I'm pretty sure Pyrrhus is based off Palpatine, at least in his way of speaking. So.
And that is saying something. And they scream, and they shout, and they're more insane than operators Lewis. This country needs to be stopped, and I don't think the Chadians have what it takes.
I'm so sorry to anyone from Bulgaria who's actually like watched this. Like they're probably excited, like, oh my country's in the title, we never do anything, and then they watch it and it's like it's just a hate piece for no reason. Like, okay, they've got an evil tyrant like Palpatine regen as this leader, but like the people of Bulgaria probably don't even approve of him. Like it's kind of have to. It's like a dictatorship, isn't it? It's quite sad, really, that I'm framing an entire country just based off this powerful tyrant they've got in charge.
This is what the Bulgarians want. And they're not going to take it from me. Sorry. I just cut that. I need a minute. Oh, wait, I am the editor. Crap. Bulgaria will fall. We will destroy them. We will be stronger, and we will find our way. No matter what it takes, no matter how hard it is, no matter what fight and intensity and what power we need. I believe that we will take down the Bulgarians.
Um, that was like the first bit of acting that was half decent in the whole thing, and we're like halfway through the fucking series. What is that green screen? What is going on there?
They don't have a clue what I'm planning. They only have seen a fraction of what this side is capable of. I will get that pumpkin. Why don't I have it yet?
Is this just like the villain monologue scene? Like he's just talking to himself. At least he's not monologuing in front of the heroes. Yeah,
Why? Well, my head's unsuccessful in getting a pumpkin off a 24-year-old editor I've taken down. Lewis's army. I will go straight to Jordan himself. I'm going to capture Lewis, torture him till he tells me
even I've
the
done that joke.
Right, you lot, I've just received a letter from Chad Boy. This is the first
I couldn't be bothered to get Chad Boy in it. So it's just a letter.
time I've heard from him since he gave me the battalion. I'm really nervous and scared. He says, Dear Lewis, I'm writing to you to ask if you could lead our defence against the Bulgarians. I've been caught in a sticky situation. I hope not too I am sticky, and need
Oh
your help.
God,
I don't expect to win. Stay alive, there will be no...
God,
Alright,
those
Hamilton,
vocals.
bloody
That
hell.
was atrocious.
I'm really nervous. I've got to get on the gear. I've got to fight a war.
Is this me meant to be fighting the war on my own? We all know they're not really there. No amount of epic music or me flopping around like a bloody starfish is gonna prove to anyone that this is a good fight scene.
Why can they lose him? Keep, no. Fine, I'll do it myself.
It fell.
That's a one good joke. Okay, so Puss's people. What I don't get as well is that like some of the things he's all black and white, and some of the things he's a person. I guess I needed to distinguish between myself and Puss, so I made it black and white. But like, doesn't really. So you're telling me the entire army of Bulgaria were fighting just me on my own, or you just imagine that there's other people fighting with me, and all Puss need to do was come in and just take me down by himself. Why didn't you just do that from the start?
Where am I? We meet each other face to face at last. I never wanted to see you again. You let me out and I'll finish this battle. Over. Every last member of your battalion was destroyed. You killed more Bulgarians than we did as a whole. Why keep me alive after all of this? After everything you've done to me? Why? Because you have something I want.
That's the
I
Star Wars
have an
quote.
offer for you. Tell me where the pumpkin is, and I spare your life, and I will never put foot in Chad again. I promise. You don't tell me. The pumpkin lives, but I will kill you and every single Chadian. It really is yours. It's hard. It really is. But I choose.
Oh, you're kidding. Okay, it's starting to get good now. I'm intrigued. What's he gonna shoot? That was a good ending. The editing and production is still quite appalling, in all honesty. But apart from that, it's honestly not too bad. Like it's just like every production issue there is: camera work, green screen, audio, the script, the story doesn't really make sense. But I forgot how it gets there. Like I know they end up in a cage, I think, and then Reginald um sort of does something. I don't really remember. But yeah, I'll finish it here because I don't want to make it too long. But I'll do another video to squeeze two out this series and we'll watch part 3 and 4, shall we? So yeah, I'll see you lot soon.